Saturday certainly sucked. I mean, I can't be any more direct than that, because after hitting 21 out of 30 of my highest rated basketball plays the past 2 years, those being 15-dimers, I decided to up the ante yesterday and came with my first 20-dime play, a 20-dime play which I was already a perfect 3-0 in college football and the NFL so far this month, including the Steelers over the Jets last Sunday, and I went with the Cincinnati Bearcats, winners of all 13 of their home games this season. And naturally, they lost outright to a shorthanded West Virginia team that was playing without its suspended leading scorer. Go figure. That's why they call it gambling. That's why I've said that there are no guarantees in gambling, because I got destroyed yesterday. Also lost a 10-dime play on Hofstra, won a 5-dime play on Santa Clara. Net loss for the day, 28 dimes. I can guarantee you two things, however, today. I'm not going to chase and try to get all 28 dimes back again, and it's not going to prevent me, it being, of course, yesterday's loser, it's not going to prevent me on coming big with the next play that warrants it. As I've said many, many times, as a gambler and as a handicapper, you've got to have selective memory recall. You've got to have a short-term memory deficit, in fact. That's why I don't celebrate the wins and lament the losses. I mean, if you had bet me anything in the world that Cincinnati would lose the game outright, let alone not cover as a 3-point favorite, never in a million years would I have ever gone along with that. I am just simply stunned at how bad of a loser it was, and that the Bearcats lost the damn game. Very strange card overall yesterday in college hoops. A number of big favorites just barely getting by straight up, and a number of them also losing. I mean, go figure. Connecticut loses outright in double overtime at home against Louisville. I mean, it was a strange day all the way around. Free picks, of course, yesterday. Naturally, hit 2 out of 3. Did lose with Connecticut. Did cash in with Evansville. I should have written my Purple Aces and Arizona as well. So that is now a 17-7 free pick run, which brings you to the Sunday selection, which goes at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. It's going to be the Apple Cup version of basketball, the rivalry between Washington and Washington State. Now, listen, the two key players in this game are the guards. Isaiah Thomas for Washington and Klay Thompson for Washington State. Well, Isaiah Thomas has won 4 straight games against Washington State. No, he hasn't done it all by himself, but look at the disparity between these numbers. Isaiah Thomas, in those 4 victories, has averaged 16.5 points, scoring 19 or more in 3 of those 4 games. Meanwhile, Klay Thompson, the Washington State's go-to guy, in those 4 games, he shot a combined 10 for 47 from the field, including 3 for 17 from behind the 3-point line, for a total of 29 points in those 4 games. And again, Isaiah Thomas has averaged nearly 16.5 points in those 4 victories for the Washington Cougars. Now, Thomas comes into this contest just having a great season, 16.9 points he's averaging, 5.8 assists a game. He's really stepped up his game since Washington's starting point guard was hurt earlier in the season, become even more of a distributor and still maintaining a high scoring average. As for Klay Thompson, he has struggled against Washington, but he is a damn good player. Thompson leading the Pac-10 in scoring currently at 22.9 points a game. Now, this Washington State team, I got off their bandwagon about a month ago, and they've struggled so far here in Pac-10 play. They lost at UCLA. They lost at USC. They lost I think it was last Sunday or Saturday, I'm not sure, one of those 2 days. They lost by 2 at home to Arizona, 65-63. And again, look at what they've done. I'll take it even a step further. They lost at Cal, right? 88-81. That's a team that Washington won in Berkeley, taking care of business, 92-71. Washington State lost to USC on the road, 60-56. Washington beat the Trojans on the road in LA, beat them 73-67. Again, Washington State, when they took on UCLA at Pauley Pavilion, Washington State lost that game 80-71. Meanwhile, Washington goes to the Bruins' home floor and takes care of business there and beats them 74-63. Also taking it even one step further, last week I told you that there was a Washington State team that lost outright to Arizona at home. That was the same Arizona team that just 2 days earlier, Washington absolutely destroyed at home in a 17-point win. Washington's only losses this year, guys, came in the Maui Invitational against Kentucky and Michigan State, when Michigan State was playing much better ball. They lost at Texas A&M, and let's face it, the Aggies just haven't lost in College Station the past 2 years. Their only Pac-10 loss this season came in a 2-point loss at Stanford a couple of weeks ago. They have won 7 out of 8 conference road games over the past 2 years, dating back to late last season, which, if you remember, early last year, this was a Washington team that started the year 0-5 on the Pac-10 highway. And in those 7 victories, let's go back to Isaiah Thomas. All he's done in those 7 victories has just been simply phenomenal, averaging a little over 20 points a game and 7 assists a game. So the line in this one is 4 points, and that's a pretty fair price. But I think you go ahead and you lay it with Washington. It's not going to be a blowout, but Washington's owned the series. They are the better, deeper team with more consistent scoring. I will go with them and lay the 4 with them, and I think they're going to win it by 6 or 7 points. Once again, Washington is your free pick. Good luck, everybody, and I'll catch you again on Monday afternoon.